Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Jazz Piano School podcast, episode number 173. I'm your host as always, Brendan Lowe. Thanks so much for being here. So you may notice if you saw the last episode, I feel like my normal self again, okay? I got that hairy little rat thing off my face, so feeling good. We're doing a podcast. It's good stuff. Definitely not Walter White from Breaking Bad anymore. I'm the furthest from that thing, right? I'm a jazz piano teacher, okay? I don't want to be that guy. Trust me. This is a very special episode because we have a new staff educator doing this particular podcast. His name is Trent Bryden. Now, he's a phenomenal player. He's released a couple albums on Spotify. He's doing great things, and actually, he started as a Jazz Piano School member, and he got so good that now he's working for us. Isn't that amazing, right? So he's gonna be educating you today on how to harmonize melodies with any chord. It's a really amazing podcast. I watched it all the way through, and I'm now implementing everything that he actually taught in this podcast episode because it's so good. All right, so be sure to check it out. Watch all the way through because there's a lot of amazing nuggets happening inside. All right, with that being said, let's go to the episode.
So the technique revolves around voicings and learning one voicing and being able to apply it to any melody note, treating that melody note as the same function in each chord. Okay, so let me explain it a different way. So if you have 3 melody notes in a row, you're going to treat them each as if they are the same chord tone of the given voicing. So the first one I'm going to teach you is a minor chord voicing, and every melody note is going to be the third of that chord voicing. So let me show you the voicing, show you what it sounds like. It sounds like this. It's a minor 11th voicing. So let's break that down into the left and right hand components. The left hand is the root, the fifth, and the third. This is in G minor. You could also play the root, the seventh, and the third. Depending on the chord, sometimes they fit better. I find that when the pinky is on a raised note, like an F sharp, and the second finger is on a white note, this 1-7-3 tends to be what I go to. And when the second finger's on a black note like this, and the first finger's on a black note, the fifth, these 2 fingers, when they're both on black notes and your thumb's going to be on a white note, I tend to go with the 1-5-1. This to me is just kind of awkward, so I tend to do that. Editor, if you could skip that if you wanted to. That was kind of a tangent. Okay, back at it. Okay, so you got 1-5-3 or 1-7-3 in the left hand. In the right hand, whatever melody note it is, let's pick a random one, E. So that's going to be the third of the minor chord. Below that, you're going to have the 7th. I know that this is a C sharp minor chord because E is a melody note, and E is the third of C sharp minor. And then below that, we're going to throw a 9th, an extension, and also the 11th. It's the 4th, the 11th are the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So together, it sounds like this or this. So what you're going to want to do is practice that voicing through every key, probably going through the cycle of fourths or fifths or whatever direction you want to go or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You should use a metronome. I'm not going to use one now. I'm just going to kind of go through it. So C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, oops, D flat, F sharp, B. I'm not really sure which one I like better. Anyways, B, E, A, D, G. Okay, cool. So once you get it through all the keys, comes the next step, which is a little harder. And you're going to take it through a major scale. So every note of the major scale is going to be the minor third of that voicing that you just took through all the keys. So let's do just a C major scale. Okay, so C is the minor third of A minor. So we're gonna throw the voicing beneath it. It doesn't sound good that low, so I'm gonna do it up here. C. Now D is the minor third of B. So I'm gonna play the voicing in B. Now E is the third of C sharp minor. So we're going to play C sharp minor. F, I'm going to go down here because I don't want to get off the camera and away from the microphone. So we did C, D, E. F is the third of D minor. Now I'm just going to play him and not say him anymore. You know how to do it. Back down. So that was the C major scale with this this minor voicing, this minor 11 voicing beneath every note, and displaced a little bit to accommodate my camera and also the range of the piano and how it sounds. Okay, so that's one voicing. The other one, we're not going to go through that whole process again. I'm just going to show you the voicing and you can practice it. It's basically a minor triad in your right hand. So it's an E minor triad, second inversion, right? Yeah, second inversion. And below that, you're going to do a tritone. I normally think of it, I just call it E tritone, but it's an E dominant 7 tritone. It's the shell of an E dominant 7th chord, so that's why I call it an E tritone, even though it's a D and A flat. It's also a B flat tritone, in my mind. Okay, so that's the voicing. Throw it around a little bit. I like to do this little slide. Okay, so that's that voicing. Do that one through all the keys. Same thing we just did. Up a major scale, down a major scale. Now to the fun part of actually putting it in a tune. So I'm going to show you My Romance and how it would fit into there. I'm just going to play one little part of it. So this is just the melody and the bass notes without the reharm. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Even less than that, actually. So with this reharm, it's... That's the first part. Those are the first voicings we worked on. And then it's going to be the second voicings we worked on. And then it's just going to resolve to an F sus chord. So one more time. Really strong sounding reharm. That's what you can expect to find when you take some time and throw these voicings underneath different melody notes. You'll find things that sound really, really good and really strong. But you got to take the time to work it out and figure it out for yourself and figure out what works and what doesn't, to the point where eventually you can throw these in while you're improvising because you're so used to what they sound like and you know what's going to happen. But for me, whenever I take one of these chords, it takes me a while to actually really get it in my brain and my fingers. It takes me a while of forcing it into every arrangement that I do until it starts becoming natural. So these are just 2 voicings, but you can do this with any chord. There are some that sound better because they're more applicable to different situations, but you'll figure that out. The key thing to take away is that when you're going in a reharm, it's great to have a mix of just trying anything and seeing if it works, but these are some concrete tools that you can try and just see what happens, but you know it's going to work in some situations. So let's just try it over all the things you are real quick. I know this is going to sound good. This is going to sound good. A little extreme, but let's try this one. What would this be? Oh, it's just a normal F minor chord. I don't like that one. Okay. I didn't like it towards the end as much. But that's what you do. You throw it in, you figure out where it works, and then you say, well, at least I tried the times it doesn't work. And you do that on your own time. So, and you do it on your own time enough times that when you get out in a real playing situation, you can just do it on the fly. All right. Have fun practicing this. Get the voicings down in all keys. Do them through your major scales, and then just start throwing them under any melody note you can think of, anyone you come across, until you start really hearing why and where they sound good. All right. Happy practicing.
All right, that was pretty awesome, right? For Trent's first time doing a podcast. So congratulations to him. We're going to have a lot more education coming from Trent. If you haven't checked us out, definitely go to jazzpianoschool.com to check out all of our free, amazing education. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button because we release a new podcast episode every single week on Wednesday and a new lick of the week every single Monday. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely go ahead and leave them down below. And with that, I will see you in the next episode.